The entertainment world has been thrown into chaos as shocking reports are making waves online. Rumors suggest that Brandi, yes, Brandi, is not only caught up in an alleged affair, but is now planning a wedding with none other than Evelyn's man. The whispers started small, just fragments of gossip, but within hours, social media turned it into a wildfire. Fans are stunned, asking how a storyline that began with accusations of betrayal could spiral into something as serious as marriage. The word wedding itself has the internet reeling, with some insisting this is the ultimate act of defiance, and others calling it the biggest scandal of the year. Imagine it. Evelyn blindsided, her trust shattered, while Brandi walks forward, with confidence, allegedly preparing to turn an affair into a lifelong commitment. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher, and the drama only gets messier as receipts, screenshots, and insider claims continue to surface. But is this truly love conquering all? Or is it a ruthless power move designed to shake up everything in their world? Fans are divided, emotions are running high, and as these rumors spread, one thing is certain: the story is far from over. The rumors began like a quiet storm, small enough to ignore at first, but heavy enough to make people stop and wonder if there was truth beneath the surface. Whispers about Brandi and Evelyn's man had been floating for weeks, but no one expected the story to evolve into something that could shatter friendships, shake families, and leave fans gasping for air. When talk of marriage entered the conversation, the scandal turned into something no one could look away from. Brandi had always been bold, unapologetic, and ready to defend her choices, but this time she found herself in a whirlwind far bigger than anything she had faced before. Insiders claimed she had been spotted at a boutique, flipping through bridal magazines, her face lit up with a smile that only deepened the rumors. One source even insisted she wasn't hiding. She was excited, like she wanted people to see her. For Evelyn, the whispers landed like daggers. After years of maintaining her place in the spotlight, she suddenly looked blindsided. Friends close to her spoke of betrayal, of late-night phone calls filled with sobs, and of a woman grappling with a reality she never saw coming. She thought she had her future planned out, one insider revealed. But now she feels like it's been stolen from her. The tension didn't stop with just Brandi and Evelyn. Fans began weighing in, splitting themselves into two camps. Some accused Brandi of crossing a line no one should ever cross, while others insisted Evelyn should have seen it coming, claiming her relationship had shown cracks long before Brandi stepped in. Social media exploded with hashtags, with fans arguing passionately about loyalty, betrayal, and whether love could ever justify such chaos. Then came the so-called receipts. Screenshots appeared online, allegedly showing flirty exchanges between Brandi and the man at the center of it all. The messages were filled with late-night promises and hints at secret meetings. While skeptics argued that screenshots could be fabricated, the detail in the conversations made it hard for many to dismiss them outright. One line in particular, "You make me feel alive in ways I never expected," spread across the internet like wildfire, sparking heated debates about who really said it and whether it was proof of something deeper. In one explosive moment, Evelyn confronted the rumors head-on during a live stream. Her voice trembled, her hands shook, but her words were fierce. "I don't know what people are trying to make me believe," she said, eyes filling with tears. "But I know my worth. I won't let anyone tear me down." Fans rushed to flood her comments with support, calling her strong, resilient, and the victim of a cruel betrayal. Yet at the same time, critics argued she was putting on a performance, masking the truth, with carefully chosen words. Brandi, on the other hand, didn't shy away. She appeared confident, unapologetic, and even a little defiant when asked about the rumors. "People will always talk," she said with a smirk in one clip. "But I live my life for me, not for anyone else." Those words became the centerpiece of countless discussions, with supporters calling her fearless and detractors labeling her ruthless. As the tension grew, families and friends were dragged into the mess. Those closest to the situation began, choosing sides, some defending Evelyn fiercely, while others quietly supported Brandi's decisions. One friend of the man at the center revealed that he seemed torn, caught between two women, struggling to keep the peace while chaos erupted around him. "He's in over his head," the friend admitted. He never thought it would get this far. The drama escalated when a video clip surfaced from what appeared to be a private gathering. In it, Brandi and Evelyn's man were seen laughing together, their chemistry undeniable. Though the clip didn't show anything outright incriminating, the energy between them was enough to reignite the firestorm. Fans dissected every second, pointing out lingering touches, stolen glances, and the kind of comfort that suggested more than just friendship. Evelyn, upon seeing the clip, reportedly broke down in tears, confiding in those close to her that she felt humiliated. "How could he do this to me?" she whispered, according to one insider. Her pain resonated with countless fans who flooded social media with messages of empathy and anger, demanding accountability from both Brandi and the man she loved. The most shocking twist came when rumors of a wedding plan surfaced. Insiders claimed Brandi had been speaking openly about her future, dropping hints that she wasn't just in a casual fling, but preparing for something permanent. The idea that an affair could transform into marriage left fans in disbelief. Some called it a love story against all odds, while others labeled it the ultimate betrayal. A move so bold it defied all sense of loyalty and friendship. The reactions from fans were explosive. One wrote, "How could she walk down the aisle with a man who belongs to someone else?" While another argued, "Love doesn't follow rules. If they're meant to be, nothing can stop them." The divide between supporters and critics grew wider, turning every new post, every leaked message, and every public appearance into a battlefield of opinions. Brandi herself only added fuel to the fire when she posted a cryptic caption alongside, a photo of her holding a bouquet of flowers. "Sometimes happiness is worth the risk," she wrote, sending shockwaves through her followers. The comments section instantly erupted, with fans interpreting the post as confirmation of the rumors. "She's really going to marry him," one fan exclaimed, while another fumed. "This is beyond disrespectful." What made the situation even more compelling was the silence of the man at the center of it all. While Brandi and Evelyn faced the storm head-on, he remained eerily quiet, refusing to confirm or deny anything. That silence left fans furious, accusing him of cowardice, manipulation, and enjoying the spectacle of two women tearing each other apart over him. His refusal to speak only intensified the speculation, making the scandal grow even bigger. The emotional toll on everyone involved was undeniable. Brandi's confidence masked the cracks beginning to show beneath the surface. Evelyn's heartbreak grew heavier with each new revelation, and the man's silence became a symbol of unresolved tension. Fans couldn't look away, drawn deeper into the chaos with every twist, every post, and every confrontation that seemed to push the story further into uncharted territory. And just when it seemed like the storm couldn't possibly grow any darker, new whispers began to emerge. Rumors that Evelyn wasn't done fighting, that she had her own plan to expose the truth, and that the next chapter of this saga would leave everyone stunned. The whispers about Evelyn's next move quickly grew louder, spreading across timelines like a second wave of shock. People speculated that she had been quietly gathering her own receipts, determined not to let Brandi take center stage with rumors of a wedding. Fans began buzzing with theories. Did Evelyn have screenshots tucked away? Or perhaps a video that would flip the narrative entirely? Those closest to her described a woman both broken and furious, torn between protecting her dignity and unleashing the storm she'd been holding back. "She's hurt, but she's not weak," one insider revealed. "She's preparing to fight fire with fire." The thought of Evelyn exposing Brandi and her man created an air of suspense that electrified every corner of social media. Brandi, meanwhile, carried herself like a woman unbothered. She was photographed smiling outside a designer boutique, her hand clutching what many claimed was a folder of wedding brochures. The images fueled more speculation. "She looks too happy for this to be just rumors," one fan commented. "She's planning her future right in front of us." Supporters cheered her confidence, while critics accused her of flaunting Evelyn's pain. The man at the center of it all continued his frustrating silence, but it only made people pay closer attention. His absence at public events was noted by fans, who speculated that he was hiding from the firestorm. Some wondered if he was secretly meeting with Brandi behind Evelyn's back, while others suggested he was avoiding Brandi altogether to de-escalate the drama. His silence became a puzzle piece no one could quite place, leaving more questions than answers. The drama finally reached a boiling point when Evelyn and Brandi ended up at the same private event. Cameras caught the moment they locked eyes across the room, and the tension was palpable. The atmosphere turned heavy as people whispered, waiting for one of them to make the first move. It didn't take long. "So this is what we've come to?" Evelyn's voice cut through the room, her tone sharp but trembling. "You really want to parade around like this?" Brandi didn't flinch. She tilted her head, her lips curling into a smile that many described as defiant. "I'm not parading. I'm just living my truth," she replied. The exchange set off an explosion of reactions. Some applauded Evelyn for standing her ground, while others marveled at Brandi's composure under fire. The two women didn't come to blows, but their words were enough to ignite another round of public debates. "It's like watching a live soap opera," one fan tweeted. "I can't look away." Insiders revealed that after the confrontation, Evelyn broke down in private, leaning on close friends who urged her not to give up. "You have the real story," one confidant told her. "Don't let them rewrite it." This encouragement sparked a fire within Evelyn, and soon after, rumors spread that she had indeed started sharing her own collection of messages and photos with trusted allies. As Evelyn prepared her counterattack, Brandi ramped up her boldness. She posted a series of cryptic captions that fans immediately dissected. One read, "Sometimes love is louder than the noise," accompanied by a picture of her wearing a sparkling ring on her right hand. It wasn't technically an engagement ring, but the symbolism was impossible to ignore. The internet erupted, debating whether this was her way of announcing the wedding rumors were true. The man's family was reportedly furious. According to sources, his relatives felt caught in the crossfire, embarrassed by the scandal's growing attention. One family member allegedly confronted him, demanding, "Are you really doing this? Or are you letting these women destroy everything we've built?" While he stayed publicly quiet, those close to him claimed he appeared increasingly torn, caught between two powerful forces pulling him in opposite directions. Fans added another layer of intensity when they dug up old interviews, pointing out inconsistencies in his past statements about loyalty and commitment. Clips circulated of him praising Evelyn as "the woman who holds me down," making the current rumors feel like an even bigger betrayal. Others, however, highlighted moments when he spoke vaguely about wanting freedom and following his heart, fueling the argument that he might truly be leaning toward Brandi. The emotional stakes grew higher with every development. Evelyn's supporters rallied behind her, flooding her social media with encouragement, urging her not to let Brandi win. Brandi's fans doubled down, framing her as a woman unafraid to chase happiness despite the criticism. The clash of perspectives created a digital war zone, with entire threads dedicated to dissecting the scandal like detectives solving a case. Then came the twist no one saw coming. An anonymous account posted what appeared to be a video of Brandi and Evelyn's man at a dinner together. The clip was grainy, but clear enough to show them sitting close, laughing and clinking glasses. The timing of the post was brutal. It surfaced just hours after Evelyn had posted a heartfelt message thanking fans for standing by her. The juxtaposition made the video hit even harder. Evelyn's reaction was swift. Within hours, she posted a single message that read, "Betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from the ones you trusted most." Fans immediately flooded her comments, With outrage, some calling for Brandi to be canceled, others demanding that the man finally break his silence. Brandi, in true fashion, didn't hide. She posted a glamorous photo with the caption, "When love feels right, it speaks for itself." The boldness of her response stunned even her critics, who admitted she seemed untouchable in the face of backlash. The man remained silent, but his absence only heightened the drama. Fans speculated endlessly about his next move. Would he finally speak, side with Brandi, or fight to repair what was left with Evelyn? The uncertainty kept everyone hooked, scrolling for updates, desperate for the next twist. What was undeniable, however, was that the scandal had transcended simple gossip. It had become a spectacle, a saga that mixed heartbreak, betrayal, and audacity in equal measure. The affair had allegedly turned into something more serious, and the possibility of marriage loomed larger than ever, sending shockwaves through the lives of everyone involved. And just as the frenzy reached its peak, whispers began that Brandi wasn't just dreaming of a wedding, she was actively planning one, reaching out to venues and talking to stylists. The idea left fans reeling, torn between outrage and fascination, waiting to see how Evelyn would strike back, and whether the man at the center would finally reveal where his loyalty truly lay. The rumors about Brandi actively planning a wedding became impossible to ignore. Insiders claimed she had been spotted touring venues in secret, accompanied by a close circle of friends who looked more like bridesmaids than casual companions. One source described the scene vividly, saying, "She wasn't acting like someone keeping a secret. She was glowing, laughing, and showing pictures of dresses on her phone." Whether it was true or not, the whispers painted a picture of a woman ready to turn scandal into commitment. Evelyn, meanwhile, was spiraling between anger and heartbreak. Friends close to her revealed that she felt humiliated every time another rumor surfaced. "How do you fight against someone who doesn't care about the rules?" she reportedly confided, her voice breaking. Those who know her best said this wasn't just about losing a man. It was about losing face in a world where image meant everything. As fans debated online, a shocking twist unfolded. An audio recording leaked, allegedly capturing a heated argument between Evelyn and her man. In the clip, a woman's voice that sounded strikingly like Evelyn demanded answers. "How long has this been going on?" she cried. The man's voice responded with frustration, saying, "You don't understand. It's not what you think." Though the authenticity of the recording was never confirmed, it was enough to ignite another firestorm. Hashtags exploded, with people dissecting every word, arguing whether the tape was real or a cruel fabrication. Brandi, instead of retreating under the weight of the chaos, leaned into the storm. She posted a video of herself walking through a field in a flowing white dress, twirling with a carefree smile. She said nothing about the rumors, but the symbolism was impossible to miss. Fans immediately connected it to wedding imagery, and within hours the clip went viral. "She's basically announcing it without saying a word," one comment read, while another fumed, "She's taunting Evelyn." The man's family couldn't stay silent forever. A cousin spoke anonymously, claiming that the family was deeply divided. "Half of us think he's making the biggest mistake of his life, and the other half are trying to convince themselves maybe Brandi's good for him. Either way, it's tearing us apart." This revelation struck fans hard. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the three main players, but about the ripple effect tearing through entire households. The emotional toll became more visible when Evelyn returned to social media with a raw, tearful video. "I never thought I'd have to defend my love like this," she said, her voice breaking. "To everyone watching, understand this. Sometimes the person you give your heart to ends up being the one who crushes it the hardest." The video left. Fans divided. Some praised her vulnerability, while others argued she was weaponizing her pain for sympathy. Brandi, never one to back down, went live just hours later. In a calm, almost serene tone, she addressed the rumors head-on. "Love isn't always neat. It's messy, it's complicated, but it's real. And when you find it, you don't let it go just because people don't approve. Her words sent shockwaves through her audience. For supporters, it was confirmation of her courage. For critics, it was proof of her disregard for loyalty and friendship. The confrontation everyone feared finally erupted when Evelyn and Brandi crossed paths. Again, this time at a public event where cameras were everywhere. Tensions exploded almost immediately. Evelyn approached Brandi, her voice shaking but loud enough for microphones to catch. "You've taken everything from me, and you think you'll be happy with the same man who betrayed me?" Brandi didn't falter. She looked Evelyn dead in the eyes and said, "I didn't take anything. He chose me." The room gasped. Fans online replayed the footage over and over, and the moment instantly became iconic in the ongoing saga. After that clash, social media couldn't keep up with the frenzy. Hashtags trended worldwide, memes flooded feeds, and fans organized live debates analyzing who was right and who was wrong. The scandal had grown far beyond gossip. It had become a cultural moment. Then came the most explosive revelation yet. An alleged insider claimed that Brandi had already booked a date for a wedding with a small but lavish ceremony planned for the end of the year. Whether true or not, the rumor sent shockwaves across the internet. Fans speculated endlessly, wondering if invitations had already been sent or if Brandi was deliberately leaking information to stir the pot. Evelyn, upon hearing the rumor, was said to be devastated. She reportedly told friends, "It feels like I'm being erased, like I never existed." Her grief struck a chord with fans who rallied around her, flooding her accounts with messages of support, promising that she would rise again despite the betrayal. The man at the center of it all, however, remained maddeningly silent. His refusal to address the situation publicly left fans furious. Some argued that his silence was a strategy, while others claimed it was cowardice. One fan summed it up perfectly. "Two women are destroying each other over him, and he says, nothing. That's the real scandal." Despite the anger, the fascination didn't fade. Every move Brandi made, every tear Evelyn shed, every silent step from the man, they all fueled the fire of speculation. Fans analyzed outfits, captions, and even background details in photos, searching for hidden clues about what would happen next. And just when the story seemed like it couldn't twist any further, whispers emerged that Evelyn had her own bombshell to drop. Insiders claimed she wasn't done fighting, that she had evidence that could shift the narrative entirely, evidence that would put Brandi and the man in a light neither of them wanted. The whispers about Evelyn having her own receipts spread like wildfire, and suddenly, the balance of the story shifted. For weeks, fans had painted her as the betrayed, heartbroken figure clinging to her dignity, while Brandi flaunted her boldness. But the moment rumors broke that Evelyn had been quietly collecting proof, people started wondering if she had been playing a longer, smarter game all along. Sources close to her insisted that she wasn't just reacting emotionally. She was preparing her move with surgical precision. One insider explained, she didn't want to come across as desperate. She wanted to wait until she had the kind of evidence that would silence the doubts once and for all. This statement electrified the fandom, with endless debates about what form those receipts could take. Would it be photos, voice notes, texts, or something even more damning? Brandi, on the other hand, was not shaken by the rumors. She doubled down, posting cryptic captions on social media that read like thinly veiled jabs at Evelyn. Lines such as "truth always wins in the end" and "you can't compete where you don't compare" were instantly interpreted as direct shots. Every word she posted became the subject of heated breakdowns on gossip blogs, with fans analyzing fonts, emojis, and even the timestamps of her posts. As tension mounted, a highly anticipated live taping brought the confrontation into the open. Cameras rolled as Evelyn stood with her phone in hand, her body trembling with visible nerves. Yet when she spoke, her voice was steady. "Since people are so invested in my life," she said, her eyes locked on Brandi, "maybe it's time to let them see the truth with their own eyes. The audience collectively held its breath. Brandi raised an eyebrow, her lips curling into a smirk. "Go ahead," she responded coolly. "Show them what you think you have." Her confidence only intensified the suspense, making viewers feel as though they were witnessing the climax of a blockbuster movie. With deliberate slowness, Evelyn swiped her screen and held up her phone. Blurry at first but quickly focusing, the audience gasped when they saw a series of messages allegedly exchanged between Brandi and a close confidant. The words on the screen were chilling. One line in particular stood out. "Sometimes you have to break a queen to become one." The reaction was explosive. Fans online immediately erupted. Tweets poured in by the thousands. Hashtags trended and opinion polls popped up on every gossip page. One fan wrote, "This changes everything." Brandi admitted it was deliberate. Another countered, "These screenshots can be fabricated. Don't be fooled." Suddenly, the fandom was split down the middle, each side more aggressive than the other. Brandi didn't flinch. She laughed lightly, rolling her eyes as though the messages were nothing more than a bad Photoshop job. "Texts can be faked," she scoffed. "Screenshots don't prove anything." Her dismissive reaction infuriated some fans, while others admired her ability to stay composed under fire. The man at the center of it all remained silent. His refusal to make a public statement had turned from puzzling to infuriating. Every day that passed without his voice made the scandal even messier. One fan vented online, "Two women are destroying each other's reputations and he's just sitting there? Why isn't he saying a word?" The silence became a character in itself, fueling speculation that he was manipulating everything behind the scenes. Friends and family began weighing in, and suddenly the drama extended beyond the core trio. Cousins and siblings spoke anonymously to blogs, revealing how family gatherings had turned into war zones. "Thanksgiving will never be the same," one relative confessed. "Half the family refuses to even sit in the same room." What had started as a scandal between Brandi and Evelyn was now tearing entire households apart. Meanwhile, Brandi played her cards strategically. Just days after the receipts incident, she was spotted entering a bridal boutique with cameras in tow. Paparazzi shots showed her laughing with stylists, holding up gowns and even trying on a veil. The timing was too perfect to be coincidence, and fans immediately speculated it was either for a secret wedding special or simply a deliberate move to keep attention locked on her. Evelyn, though shaken, wasn't backing down. In a heartfelt, public appearance, she spoke directly to her supporters. "This isn't just about betrayal anymore," she declared, her voice cracking but powerful. "It's about respect, truth, and not letting anyone rewrite my story." The crowd cheered, though critics accused her of dragging the narrative for sympathy points. Brandi countered the very next evening, attending a high-profile event in a sleek white gown that screamed bridal energy. Reporters swarmed her, demanding to know if she was indeed planning a wedding. She smirked and replied coyly, "When it's time, you'll all find out." The clip spread across social media like wildfire, solidifying her role as either the fearless villain or the unapologetic heroine, depending on who you asked. The constant back and forth left fans exhausted but addicted. Every morning, new hashtags dominated the trending lists. And every night, new arguments broke out in comment sections. Online friendships dissolved as people took sides, with some blocking each other entirely over their stances. Gossip blogs gleefully reported on the civil war among fans, highlighting just how deep the investment ran. Despite the chaos, questions still lingered. Were Evelyn's receipts legitimate proof, or clever fabrications designed to smear Brandi's name? Was Brandi really preparing for a wedding, or was it another power play meant to keep cameras on her? And most importantly, why was the man at the center refusing to break his silence, even as the women around him destroyed each other? Every new development raised the stakes, and every unanswered question pulled fans deeper into the vortex. As one blogger put it, This isn't just drama anymore, it's history being written in real time. As the dust begins to settle, one thing has become crystal clear. This saga has left scars that won't heal overnight. What began as whispers of an affair spiraled into something so explosive that fans are still reeling. Brandi continues to move with unshakable confidence, fueling wedding rumors at every turn. Evelyn, on the other hand, has stood her ground, demanding respect and refusing to let her story be twisted. And the man at the center of it all remains silent. A silence that feels louder than any statement he could make. Families have been divided, friendships have been tested, and fans are left questioning what is real and what is performance. Was Brandi truly in love, or was this a calculated move to seize the spotlight? Did Evelyn's receipts tell the whole story, or were they simply pieces of a much bigger puzzle? And perhaps the biggest mystery, will this alleged wedding actually happen, or is it all smoke and mirrors designed to keep us talking? One thing is certain. This drama has already cemented its place as one of the most unforgettable scandals in recent memory. But the ending hasn't been written yet, because the fallout is still unfolding in real time. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Brandi is really planning a wedding with Evelyn's man? Or do you think it's just another headline created for attention? Are you on Team Brandi? Team Evelyn? Or do you think the real blame belongs to the man who has stayed silent through it all? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be reading them. And if this story kept you hooked, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next shocking update. Because if history has shown us anything, it's that the drama is never truly over.